Hi, this is Sherry. I'm coming at you from Canyon Lake, and I gotta show you the sky right now. Isn't that incredible? Ah! Isn't that the most majestic scene with the light shining through the clouds? It's like a new beginning, sun coming through the clouds after the storm, the light just about to burst through. And that's the messages that we're getting. It's like incredible. Okay, I'm sitting on the boat. Instead of going out in the boat. It's rather late today, but I've been doing all kinds of running around. So today, I don't think that we're going to be talking about really any animal totems specifically, unless they just kind of come up. That little bird that you saw flying into the cloud, that was a swallow, the harbinger of spring, saying spring is here, new beginnings. Other than that, we're just going to get right to it. I'm going to let you guys look. Oh, here, I'll show you first of all. We're going to be working with the Oracle of the Shadows and Light by Lucy Cavendish. That's our deck that we're going to be working with. And our first message that we're getting, and it's kind of an intense reading, so be prepared, but our energy right now is really intense. So this is why. Sea storm. Can you see this? Sea storm, calm amid chaos. And you can see, we've had this before, but we're getting it again. So here we see this girl. She's in the middle of the ocean. There's ocean waves in front of her, choppy waves behind her, lightning forked all around her. There's no land around her at all. And basically what they're saying is, even though the seas are wild and the atmosphere is torn with this chaos of lightning, there's no land in sight, she is going to make it home. That's the message. You're going to make it through this time. She's going to keep swimming until she reaches her home. She's from Atlantis, clearly, because she's a mermaid, but she's left that home. Her life there is over. It's the life where she has been has now come to an end. So now she doesn't know quite where her new home is at this time. So what they're saying is, when you see this being come to light, they're saying that the world around you might be changing in maybe unrecognizable ways. There's going to be chaos around you. There's debris and energy that's being released, and destruction of some sort. So it's when things sometimes things have to fall apart. You hear the tower in readings and you think, oh man, that's a bad card to get. But sometimes things have to be torn apart in order for new things to come about. And that's what they're saying. So you're still searching for your land, and they're telling you to look inside. She's obviously not able to see anything around her amidst all of this chaos. So she needs to tap into her inner wisdom to get her to where she needs to go. She needs to really trust this. And so they're saying the same for you. So it might be a time of great upheaval and change in your life, but if you tune into your inner voice and your intuition, it's kind of like your built-in radar. You're gonna find your way. Like I said, the old world is gone and the new world is coming. So we've been getting this for a while, this building up to this situation where the wheel has moved forward, basically, and this is done. This whole part is done, and now you're moving through, and you're not really quite certain where you're going. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I know that I feel like California's done for me, but I don't know where I'm going. I just know that there's a moving forward, and so there might be a feeling of I'm not quite certain, but they're telling you not to tap into that fear, to tap into your radar and recognize that you have the ability to get you to safe ground. You're more adaptable, you're more flexible because of what you've been through, and you know that you can survive. So it talks about just holding on to that. And they're saying that because the mermaid pops up, it might be that you're having memories, past life memories from Atlantis or Lemuria coming through, because that's where she's from. So that might be coming up at this time. The next message that we're getting, it's also kind of a cataclysmic kind of message. Eclipse mermaid, and you see this mermaid, and she is in a red sea. So a red sea is passionate. It also means chaotic, destructive, and there's an eclipse behind her, and it says again, like what we're talking about, we're in the midst again of a powerful energy shift. So she's breathing in the energy. She doesn't seem to be affected by it, though. It's all around her, but it doesn't seem that she is, one way or another, it doesn't seem to be, she's not going in any direction. She's just kind of like there, floating there. She's not really exerting any kind of effort. She seems very, very calm amidst all of this chaos that's around her. And what they're saying is at this time when eclipses come through your life, they're saying it's a cataclysmic event, cosmic event, changes that are going to be rippling. There's no stopping an eclipse, right? And at this time they're talking about things are going to be emerging. Things that need to come out are going to come out. Nothing is going to be able to remain hidden or under the surface anymore. They're saying that there's really nothing she can do. Since she's not really doing anything, there's really nothing you can do to prepare except for be ready. And they're saying at this time that you might be getting, very specific and clairvoyant dreams. I've been getting really amazing dreams. You might be getting prophetic visions. You might be getting signs that are coming that are amazing. And they're telling you at this time, and I'm beginning this as well. I woke up the other morning and I heard the code word, silence. And I got the feeling of be careful. And so they're saying at this time to watch addictions, watch gossip, watch the internet especially. We've got a lot lately, people talking about being careful, about people not being who they are representing themselves on the internet. So they're saying pay attention to that. They're saying pay attention to how you eat, pay attention to the foods that you're eating at this time, because there's everything is it's influencing you, and at this time it's very important. Here comes the sun. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. I'll let you look at that. It's so gorgeous. They're saying there's really no avoiding an eclipse, right? Because you're not going to be able to stop it. You can maximize on the power, but there's nothing really that you can do to fight it. So what are you going to do? This is your eclipse that's coming. This an emotional, energetic shift. And it's taking place in your life. So they're saying there could be scandals, revelations, truths being told. Like I said, you might be feeling the urge to change things. How you eat, how you dress, how you express yourself, you know, who you hang out with, maybe even the direction that your life has been taking. Maybe you thought you were going to be going in this direction, but now when this eclipse comes upon you, you might be going in a completely different direction. And if you're on your soul's path and doing what your soul has been asking for you, it's not going to feel that disruptive. But if you're not, it's going to feel a little bit more tumultuous and perhaps surprising. So be prepared for revelations, for scandals, for things to be coming to the surface. And because they're talking about truths, if there's anything that you have to say, this is the time. This is the time that you're being given an opportunity to speak up before it comes out. Because the truth, what is it? I never remember sayings when people say them. But there's one thing is for certain, that the truth will always come out. It will always come to the surface. So if there is something that you've been keeping quiet about, they're saying now's the time to step forward. And then the next message that they're showing me is ghosts of the past. And you see, we've had this as well before, and you see this girl, she's taken off her mask, but these people behind her, can you see them, this one and this one, they're still wearing masks. And it talks about the past returning for a time. So it talks about, at this time, people from your past may be arriving, old crushes, old boyfriends, friends, situations, events, and they're coming why are they coming? Maybe they're saying one person at least is coming to remind you of a time when you were sick. So you're asking yourself, why would this happen? I've already been through this. It's already been as difficult. You know, it doesn't need to be any more difficult than it's already been. Why are they coming back? In rubbing, it's almost like, why are you rubbing this in my face? It's already been so hard for me. And what they're saying is they're not coming to do that. They're coming to show you how far you've come, perhaps how far, maybe there's some things that you still need to say goodbye to. Maybe they're showing up so that you can show them, I've changed. You know, this is who I am now. I'm not going back to who I was. When they do show up in your life, sometimes you may feel the urge to kind of like mingle with them again and pick up your mask and be who you once were. But they're saying you won't. You'll have that kind of like urge maybe to do it, but you're not going to. You're going to show them this time that, you know what, I'm not who you remembered me to be. I've grown, I've changed, and I have moved over to new ground, and I'm letting you go. There's no need for a pretense anymore. I am who I am. I am no longer afraid of the shadows of my past. Maybe there's somebody or a situation that you have been frightened of before, maybe your whole life, but you're not anymore because you've faced your demons and now you're timing to move on. And they're saying, so if it's old boyfriends, old crushes, old workplaces, old family relationships that come up, all of these things, they all have challenges. That they're there to look at you in the face, to show you how far you've come, to show them that you're saying goodbye. One of the things I'm thinking about is releasing their energy. I had it come and happen to me today, and it's a trip because it was a song. Kelly Clarkson has a new song, and I think it's called Pieces of Me or something, and I realized finally who it was. I kept getting release an X, and I couldn't figure out who it was, and it's the name that I carry, Columbus. I was to release that, and I didn't realize that I had some kind of a hold still wrapped on me, and it was about letting go, and now this whole new movement forward, how one world has ended for me and a new one's coming forward. And that song just, it clicked, and I got tears in my chest, and I realized my whole way of life is done, and I know